The Cold War, a geopolitical struggle between the United States and the Soviet Union, spanning from the end of World War II to the collapse of the Soviet Union, defined the latter half of the 20th century. This article explores 6 pivotal moments that encapsulate the intensity, intrigue, and high-stakes brinkmanship characterizing this era of global tension. 1. 1945. Yalta Conference and the Division of Germany. The Yalta Conference in 1945, attended by Allied leaders Franklin D. Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, and Joseph Stalin, set the stage for the post-war world. The division of Germany into East and West, along with the division of Berlin, became a symbolic representation of the emerging Cold War tensions. 2. 1949. Soviet Union tests the atomic bomb. The Soviet Union's successful testing of an atomic bomb in 1949 marked a significant escalation in the Cold War arms race. The emergence of a second nuclear power heightened fears of a global conflict and intensified the ideological and military competition between the superpowers. 3. 1962. Cuban Missile Crisis, brink of nuclear war. The Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962 brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. The discovery of Soviet missiles in Cuba, aimed at the United States, led to a tense standoff. The crisis, resolved through intense diplomatic negotiations, highlighted the perilous nature of Cold War rivalries. 4. 1968. Prague Spring and the Soviet invasion of Czechoslovakia. In 1968, the Prague Spring, a period of liberalization in Czechoslovakia, was met with a harsh Soviet response. The invasion by Warsaw Pact forces crushed the hopes of political reforms, underscoring the lengths to which the Soviet Union would go to maintain control over its satellite states. 5. 1972. SALT-I Treaty easing nuclear tensions. The signing of the Strategic Arms Limitation Talks SALT-I Treaty in 1972 marked a rare moment of détente during the Cold War. The agreement between the U.S. and the Soviet Union aimed to curb the arms race, reflecting a temporary thaw in relations and a shared recognition of the dangers posed by an unchecked nuclear arms race. 6. 1989. Fall of the Berlin Wall, symbol of Cold War's end. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 symbolized the end of the Cold War era. The barrier that had physically and ideologically divided East and West Germany for decades crumbled, signaling the beginning of the end for Soviet influence in Eastern Europe and paving the way for the reunification of Germany. Conclusion. These 6 key moments represent snapshots of a complex and multifaceted Cold War, where political maneuvering, ideological clashes, and the ever-present threat of nuclear conflict defined an era. The legacy of the Cold War continues to shape global politics, serving as a reminder of the delicate balance required to navigate international relations in an interconnected world. As we reflect on these key moments, we gain insight into the challenges and triumphs that marked this chilling chapter of history.